You're watching AI Biz Stories, documentary business stories crafted with AA. Imagine inventing the future and then being destroyed by it. This is the story of Kodak, a company so dominant, so deeply woven into the fabric of the 20th century that its downfall seemed impossible. For decades, Kodak didn't just sell film, it shaped memories, captured history, influenced culture. At its peak, the company was worth over $60 billion. But when the digital revolution arrived, a revolution Kodak itself created, the giant collapsed. Today, we'll break down how a global leader missed the future right in front of them, and why the lessons of Kodak matter now more than ever. Kodak began in the late 1800s, founded by an ambitious young inventor named George Eastman. Back then, photography was complicated, expensive, and reserved for professionals. Eastman changed everything with a simple idea: you press the button, we do the rest. Through the 20th century, Kodak built an empire. They dominated more than 70% of the global film market. They controlled cameras, film, chemicals, printing, processing, the entire ecosystem. Their brand was as iconic as Coca-Cola. Every birthday, every vacation, every wedding was captured on Kodak film. But the seeds of their downfall were already planted inside their own research lab. 1975, a young Kodak engineer, Steve Sasson, walks into his boss's office holding a strange, bulky device. It weighed nearly 4 kilograms, it shot photos at 0.01 megapixels, and it didn't use film. It was the world's first digital camera. Kodak had just invented the future, but the reaction from management became legendary. "That's cute, but don't tell anyone." They didn't see innovation, they saw a threat. Film brought in over 70% of Kodak's profits. Digital photography didn't need film. So instead of embracing the invention, Kodak buried it. Kodak's fear of cannibalizing its own success became a fatal trap. Inside the company, analysts predicted the rise of digital photography years in advance. They projected the decline of film long before it happened. They had the patents, the engineers, the technology. But leadership stayed loyal to the past. The company was making too much money selling film. Why replace a perfect business model with something uncertain? This created a deep internal conflict: innovation versus the business that kept them alive. Kodak wasn't ready to reinvent itself. Through the 1990s and early 2000s, the digital wave accelerated. Sony, Canon, and Nikon pushed aggressively into digital cameras. Memory cards replaced film. Photos moved from albums to computers. Consumers adapted instantly. Kodak did not. They launched digital products, but without conviction. Their cameras lacked innovation, lacked identity, lacked purpose. Meanwhile, the industry had already shifted. Kodak was still holding on to film. In the 2000s, Kodak finally tried to pivot. They invested in digital cameras, online printing services, consumer printers, medical imaging, chemical materials. But the deeper issue remained. Kodak built products. Their competitors built ecosystems. Canon had superior sensors and optics. Sony leveraged decades of electronics expertise. Nikon led professional photography. Kodak wasn't building a future, they were chasing it. 2007, the iPhone launches. Overnight, everything changes. Every phone now has a camera. Every pocket becomes a photo studio. Digital cameras for casual users collapse. Kodak loses its final advantage. This wasn't just technological disruption, it was a cultural shift. Photos became instant, shareable, online. And Kodak, built on printing and film, was left behind. At its peak, Kodak was valued at over $31 billion. Its patents were priceless. Its brand was globally iconic. But by 2012, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. Factories shut down, divisions disappeared, thousands of employees were laid off, decades of dominance vanished. Kodak didn't die because it failed to innovate. It died because it failed to adapt. The fall of Kodak teaches us 4 powerful lessons. First, innovation means nothing without courage. Second, your greatest threat often comes from your own success. Third, technology doesn't kill companies, culture does. And fourth, reinvention is optional until it isn't. Kodak helped the world capture its most precious memories, but it couldn't capture its own future. The company that once defined photography became a cautionary tale of missed opportunities. Because the future arrives, whether you're ready or not. This is the story of Kodak, the giant that created the digital revolution and was destroyed by it. Thanks for watching AI Biz Stories. If this breakdown of Kodak's fall was useful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves business stories. And don't miss our other episodes on the biggest wins and failures in business history.